Hello, ladies and gentlemen, it's Larry again. I'm out here, Neosho Cemetery. I'm gonna try to do some of the cemetery. This has a lot more in it than that one I did out Pleasant Valley. So I'm not sure I'm gonna get all these done because I don't want to run the video forever either. But this one here is the first one, and sadly, the thing here has broken off. And from what I can see, there's no way to put it up there properly. So instead of laying it on the ground, I'm just going to put it like that. Because that's just disrespectful having this on the ground. But there's definitely an old stone. It says, I'm not sure how old this person was. I mean, this stone is pretty faded, so either way, this is another example of stone that really needs to be replaced. So I will try to tell you what they say, but I can't guarantee anything because these stones are definitely a mess. And I don't know what this one is. Ladies and gentlemen, let me go and lift it up and see. Okay, this one here, I have no clue. There is a dates and everything on it, but it's also faded. And somebody had it laying flat on the ground. That's just disrespectful. Right down the line. So anyhow, let's see about this one here. Reuben, looks like Charlotte's maybe. Like I said, some of these were not out here until recently, so I think people are just moving their family out here. Back when I was living here and years ago, there was not as many stones out here as there is now. I mean, there might have been maybe 30 or 40, and now there's over 100 plus. So people are definitely moving their family out here, and I can tell by the dates that they did move them out here because they died 50, 60 years ago on some of them. So some of them even say 1800. So I know back in the day when I came out here, a lot of the 1800 ones, you couldn't even see the dates in some cases. So, and my stepdad told me back when he was a kid, because he grew up here, he said, even back then when he was a kid, there was stones out here that said 17 something, and you can't even see them anymore either, because, yeah. But anyhow, this person was born October 16, 1809, died April 17, 1877. 67 years. I'm not showing the rest of it, ladies and gentlemen, because it's kind of fadey. But then we're going to move down here, and it's not going to take much for me to crisscross either, because some of these stones are pretty spread. Some are close, some are spread out. It all depends. I apologize if you hear a doggy in the background. I don't know where that's at, but it's driving me nuts. This one here just says Willie, and it's busted. So, I don't know. Well, this person's name was Willie. That's all I know about that one. This one here. I'm not sure who this person was, because it's also faded too. It doesn't matter if it's faded, I'm still going to move the grass off of it. See, we're going to go down to this one here. Actually, we're going to go back here real quick, ladies and gentlemen. I see something back here. I don't know what these are. I mean, who knows? And why can they be buried this far back into the tree line? But they are. There's Annie M. And I'm not sure about the rest of it. It says Switzer was last name. Died in 1881. What are you going to say other than that? This one says Walter, but that's about all I can see on it. It says son of somebody. And it's faded too. So, moving on to the next one. This one here. Miles Scott Doolittle, 1961 to 2016. Obviously, whoever came out here and did all this, like I said, they don't give a flying rat's patootie. Because if they did, they wouldn't be so much grass growing up around all this stuff. And I don't have a weed whacker or anything to do anything about this. One of these days, I'm going to get one and do it myself. And clean this place up properly, because this is ridiculous. This is just cheapskates. I understand this town doesn't have a lot of money. It says give donations to do it, but whoever's doing it is doing a slop job. So yeah, that's what that one there says, and this is just a mess. This one here, Jeffrey Ray Doolittle, only has a marker. No actual stone. 1963 to 2021. Some other stuff out here with him too. I know a Doolittle. I'm thinking this could be the one, because one just passed away not that long ago. Doesn't seem like that long ago, but that could be him. But yeah, it could be him there possibly. And I don't know. I mean, it's just, that marker's going to last a long way, gentlemen. It's already rusting down below. I mean, it's been down there 4 years, so eventually it's probably going to rust down and fall apart. So if I ever come financially, money-wise, I'll move on too, by the way, I'm going to find the relatives, these people, or whatever the case, and get some real stones put down or put up. Because that is just ridiculous. This one, I couldn't even tell you, ladies and gentlemen. I really can't, because it's just so fadey, and yeah. It looks like it basically just says some sort of military stuff. I can't really tell what the guy's name was. Looks like there might be a letter missing out of it. I mean, it's fairly got to be old. I mean, it says 6 something infantry, which definitely would be some military deal. It says U.S. Army, Navy, Air Force. Not sure which one he would have been in, but and this stone here is practically going into the ground. Some of these really need to be reset. And this one here wasn't out here either, so somebody obviously brought it out here. I don't know if they brought it out here themselves and laid it and just made a screw job out of it or what, but Mary Man Dow, 1834 to 1926. And then they got children's names down below. This one here, same deal. It's pretty old. Can't see anything on it. It's faded out. Same thing with this one. I can try to see some of it, but I'm not going to guarantee nothing, because it's kind of hard to see things on these old stones. It says the person died in 18 something, but I can't tell what the very last number is. It looks like it might say 1834, possibly. That's about all I can see on that. It's faded. This one's definitely, as you can tell, is faded. Can't tell. I mean, really, when it comes down to it, we need to figure out who's out here. And like I said, I know how much stones are. I checked on them. And if I had $1 million to waste, I'd buy stones, find out who these people was and what's supposed to be on them, and I had new ones put out. American 1862 to 1849, or 1949, excuse me. Not sure who that is either. I have never seen that stone either. So it's been becoming more of a deal with people bringing their family out here recently. I don't know if there's anything under that. So the fact there's grass all over it. But there is no way to tell on that one because how faded it is. This one, Robert F. I'm not sure what the last name was. 1841 to 1920. And that one was never out here either. So I remember ones that was out here. Oh, it says Adam. Robert F. Adam. I just saw the name at the bottom. That one, can't tell. Faded. I'm saying some of these could be fairly quick. Some cases because of the fact that they're so faded. And this one looks like it was somebody's daughter's, actually, Odell. And it probably is the one over here next to it. The girl, Bonetta, she only lived for, let's see, for 2 months and 7 days, I believe. No, 8 days. 1 month, 8 days. That's all Bonetta lived for. It's just sad. Mary Buford. September 24th, 1913. October 5th, 1913. So, only about 11, 12 days. 11 days. Yeah, 11 days. So, yeah. That's just sad. There. This is the mother of them. She was born in 1882. Died in 1924. I mean, obviously back then there was a lot of medicine, a lot of stuff, so just sad stuff like that happened, but what you can do about it. And then that there, I'm not sure anybody's there, just a stone. It says Myers, Oval Myers, 1873, 1953. And Jane E., 1874 and 1947. And I don't recognize any of these names. That's what I'm saying. I am pretty sure these family members were brought out here recently because I knew the people who lived in this town. So, and then there's Anna B. Heffernan, July 5th, 1884 to September 26th, 1942. So it's her stone, and a pretty nice stone too, actually, for the time. Unless they had a new stone put up. That's definitely a nice stone, though. I'm also thinking, too, ladies and gentlemen, some of these family members might have been brought out here because the cemetery they might have been at might have been, who knows, closed down, no longer allowed to be there, just different things. I really don't know. There's a stone there, nothing on it, so it's faded completely. I looked at the back, there's nothing on the back, so I have no idea who's there. This one, the first one I ever seen that had this, it has a bolt sticking down in it for some reason into the concrete on both sides. So I couldn't tell you what the reasoning is behind that, but it's Williams. Lena M., 1907 to 1962, and Willard V., 1906 to 1997. So there was a case where he definitely lived a lot longer than his wife, which wasn't unheard of. It could be, but back then I just know from my own family and everything that usually the guy went for the lady, but not all the time. Proof shows. I mean, he lived to be 90. Yeah, 90 years old. Now, Heffernan. Let me get this grass off of here. Heffernan, Nora L., and James E. An example where lady went a little before the guy did. Well, I lived from 1918 to 66, and the guy 15 to 86. So yeah, it just all depends. I'm gonna flip around this one real quick, ladies and gentlemen, because it's the only one in this one spot. Charles Clyde Rutherford, PFC, U.S. Marine Corps, Vietnam, 1941 to 2014. I'm not sure if he's the one that lived up the road there off the main street or not. I can't think of the guy's name now. It's been so long. But if he was, that was a friend of my stepdad's that he saw all the time. And then, yeah, back here, he was just a U.S. veteran, is all this says. Don't say what branch. I'm definitely not going to get this whole cemetery done, ladies and gentlemen. The sun ain't going down totally, but it's definitely cloudy out here. And so this is a big cemetery, so I don't know how far I'm going to get with it. I mean, if I did this whole cemetery today, it would probably take, if I didn't even be able to get it done before dark, it would take probably at least, I'd say, an hour and a half, maybe even 2 hours. And it could be even longer because this goes clear to the other side. Like I said, I don't want to make these videos humongous either. So I'm going to try to do what I can and then come out the next day or something and do another batch. Then upload those. That way y'all can click on the videos as you want to watch them instead of clicking on a video. It's like 2-3 hours long. That says Ethel Burton, 1906 to 1972. I mean, you can just guess how old they was, give or take by the year, because just when there's no month, you can't really tell. This guy here, these are all Burtons actually, ladies and gentlemen. I just noticed that. This is a Burton. It says 1912, but no death date. So this guy could still be alive. If he is, he's definitely getting up there into the Hall of Records. Like I said, if he is, because I know some people have passed and their families buried him in other places. But it's just how it is. I mean, well, somebody actually has a will saying they want something particular. He was a veteran of some sort. He has a Navy, Army, Marine, and Air Force deal down below. There's nothing there, like I said, besides that on his. Like I said, I might bring out some broom or something instead of having to lean down and use my hand on all this grass. Madeline Barton, 1919 to 1968. So I'm thinking that could have been the wife of the one I just showed you. I'm not sure. I couldn't verify. I mean, I don't know if I can verify any of this stuff. because there's not really severe records for this town. After the 51 flood, it kind of wiped out some of the records too. So any of these that are original stones that have war out here, it might be hard finding any info on them. Oh man. And yeah, that says Tabitha Burton. It says 1896. And then there's a William C. I'm thinking, possibly, not saying, ladies and gentlemen, but I'm thinking with these not having no death dates on them, I'm thinking there's a possibility that Clarence could have got remarried, maybe, and it's Tabitha, because there's a William C., which I'm pretty sure is the husband. It says he died in 1975. So, you know, sometimes people get remarried, they get buried with the second spouse, or vice versa. Jack Wayne Reed, he was also a veteran. There's a thing sticking up. Jack Wayne Reed, F2, U.S. Navy, World War II, November 19, 1919 till March 12, 1986. And then we get over here to this Reed. Dorothy Reed, March 9, 1922 to February 20, 2014. So she lived a pretty good long life. That could have been the wife of the Jack Reed. It's a good possibility of it. And she definitely lived in her 90s. So yeah, she lived a pretty good long life. You know, this one, where there's more disrespect, there's, I don't know. Looks like to me, like this might have broke off. Which means that's the case. I'm probably going to have to bring out some sort of glue one of these days. And put some strong glue on some of this stuff so it doesn't fall over or break again. There's a solar light right here. So unless I come out here and I'm not going to know if any of these things even work either. Loving Mother and Granny, C. Louise King, September 24th, 1899 till May 25th, 1987. So, she definitely lived a pretty good long time too. I mean, she was like 89, I think. And I think this out, ladies and gentlemen, it's, let me see. Oh, man. Well, no, she died May 25th, so she didn't have a birthday again. 1987, so we'll put her like 80 something, 88 maybe. Something I can figure out, sometimes I can. It all depends on the year, and yeah. But at least that one thing's off the ground. Leonard T. Francis, Sergeant, U.S. Army, World War II. December 15, 1918 till March 27, 1971. Now, yeah, I'm not sure how old he was, but yeah, y'all can figure it out if you want. I'm not going to figure out every one of them, but definitely going to get this grass off of this little placard thingy. I'm going to come over here, get the grass all around this thing, which doesn't make any sense why it's even like this. Maybe it was glued on there. There's an angel type thing on here, ladies and gentlemen. I was trying to get the grass out from around it. Somebody blew grass all over it too. Because Francis and Parker, his husbands, Leonard and John. So I don't know. I don't know what the deal is with that, ladies and gentlemen. It says Maxine E. Parker. Which is making me think possibly she might have got married to this Francis, possibly, at one point. Last name of Francis. Don't quote me on that, but she was born 1920, died 1912 or 2012. So there's a chance that she could have got married again. She lived to be 92. Another 8 years, she'd have been 100 years old. There's a John. Well, let me look at this for a second, ladies and gentlemen. There's a Parker, right? And this one right here says John H. Parker. Yeah, it says John H. Parker, U.S. Navy, PTR 3, World War II. Died in 1989. So he died before she did. So there's a chance that Francis could have been when she got married a second time, possibly. Let's see where we're at now. I'm running into almost 30 minutes in this video, and I've only done somewhere, give or take, about 3 rows here. So I'm going to go up here, and I'm going to try to do what I can, but so I'm not going to be out here forever either, because it's going to take me forever to do all these stones. I'm going to put that on the phone for a minute, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to wipe off this little thing that's put here. There's a little bird thing here, ladies and gentlemen, but I don't know how it was totally, but I know one thing, these people need to stop messing around with stuff with these stones, because they're going to clean it up. But this thing down here, it had grass all over it, so that's why I put the phone down to wipe it off. And I'm actually going to try to see if I can't set this thing up like so. That way it doesn't cover the name. Rest in peace to this kid, Lisa Nicole Thornton. Didn't live very long either. Let's see, May 6, 2008 to June 29, 2008. So only, what? Something like 50 days or something. It wasn't no 2 months, so yeah. So I'm just guessing off the top of my head, ladies and gentlemen, so I'm not sure if that's right. I'm just trying to guess on some of these, but yeah. Poor baby died too young. I mean, it just stinks when that happens. Barbara May Rupert, September 30th, 1935. No, sorry, 1933. There's that grass there, so it kind of threw me off. August 1st, 1978. So some of these ones out here I'm showing you now, they were never out here. They were brought out here at one time. Kermit Lee Rupert, September 22nd, 1924 to July 11th, 1999. And then we got a big one here. 1942 to 2007. And I definitely know this one was not here because I know this whole spot over here was cleared. There was nothing over here except for maybe 2 of old ones. So it just shows you people just bringing their family out here at this point for some reason. Because I moved here in 1994. And back then I was curious about coming out, seeing what was out here. And that's when I figured out what was out here. And plus this thing was a little faded too. So yeah, I mean, I don't know where it was exactly, but yeah. That one there. Then we're going to walk back the other way, which I believe is the person I already did the video on for y'all. The Green, again, Kathy Green, Sandy's sister, she's still around, and Jesse A. Sr., was died in 2021. So, rest in peace to him. I wish they would take care of these cemeteries a little better, but unfortunately they do not. And from my own impression is she doesn't come out here hardly either. So just for your thoughts, people. That's what I hear anyways. Yeah, that's where he's at. He liked fishing a lot, that's why that's there. And it looked like somebody brought another can of beer, because there was only one beer, I think is that one down below, that's kind of looks more war, and that other one might have been brought out later. I'm not sure when it was, but I have to go back and look at the other video. And there's pocket 1 again. I never really met these people, so I don't know much about them. I knew they lived in a trailer there in the falls for the longest time, which is still there. But other than that, I really couldn't tell you very much else. Yeah, there's that one there again. Not much has changed. I mean, the stuff's been there for a long time, so. And like I said, I think I'd have to get with the guy in town here. I think his name is Bruner. They can find where all these people are buried. I believe this is Butch again. I'm not sure. I think when I did the video the first time, just real quick, run down the people I knew out here. I'm not sure if that's him or not. I know he had a little thing like that, but this thing has been, if it was, this thing's been out here since 2011. So, I'm not sure who is out right there. Could be him. Then we move along. There's nothing in between here, so I'm not sure if anybody's buried there or not. And then I'm getting into 34 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to go ahead and, after I complete this row here, I'm going to cut it off. Because I want this video running forever. And I haven't even gotten near half of this. If you look out here, there's a lot of stones to look at. I gotta go to the other side of this place. This is Layman. I'm guessing it's probably the mom and dad of the Layman people that I knew. I never really met them, but I knew the son actually had an oil company at one point, an oil deal here. But he was a U.S. veteran too. And then there's this one here. July 29, 1990 and 1973. Looks like I'm pretty sure this was a deal from the veteran people, because I know going with my stepdad that I got to eventually find out where he's buried, where I put him out here again, because it's been a while. And bring the thing out here and put it in its concrete, hopefully. But judging by this, after so many years, they do wear down. But yeah, this is Milton M. Hayes. Got 4 more, ladies and gentlemen, and that is the end of this row. And then I'll be signing off of here. It says man, Gene E. Scott, 1908 to 1992, and Floyd, 1903 to 1961. And other than that, I don't know much else. I don't know why this is sitting out of in the grass. There's an Emily Jo Scott. March 31st, 1933 to November 23rd, 1921. Or 1921. 2021. Why do I keep getting my dates mixed up, ladies and gentlemen? That's why I want to access out too eventually, because I'm getting a little hot out here after the rain we've had. It is hot out here. I think it's causing me to get my numbers mixed up a little bit. And we got Scott here, which is one over there. The one I just showed you said Scott. This was another Scott. States R2 Scott and Winifred H. 1907 to 2001 and 1908 to 1972. So yeah. And then come down this one. And there's one after this, and that should be it, ladies and gentlemen, unless I already got that one in it. I'm trying to look, ladies and gentlemen. I think I might have got that one already. I'm trying to figure this out. I'm going to go walk down there and look, but I think I might have already got that one. Some of these are out on their own. Another Scott. States R3, the third, 1935-94. Kimball Ace, 1947 to 1978. So, I'm not sure exactly which one. I mean, Kimball, I'm guessing is the lady, but don't quote me on that. I really don't know, because people had some things back then that was kind of odd in some cases, but then we're going to walk down to this one. Good place to stop. That way I know where I left off at. And yeah, this one here says A.H. Sherman, which means I don't think I saw this one totally. 9th Kansas Cavalry, which is making me think this guy was probably... This is probably an 1800 one. And there's another placard for U.S. military. Or thingy. And that's it for this row, ladies and gentlemen. I think there might be a few more way down by the gates or fence. But I will get them the next time I show up. Like I said, it's kind of humid out here now that the rain stopped. And I am toasting. So I'm going to go back and upload the 2 videos I did today. And I have off tomorrow. I'm probably going to upload both of them tonight. And see if the other one's done that I've already did. The one I told you out there by that 1881 school. And then after I do that and get that one, make sure that one's uploaded, I'm gonna upload this one. Excuse me. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and upload these other two for you. And then tomorrow I'm off, so depending on what time I get up, I might try to get up early in the morning as long as it ain't raining cats and dogs out here. Try to do some more of this. Because I'm thinking in the long run, this cemetery is going to be at least 3, if not 4 parts, possibly. Because like I said, I just got done those, what rows I did, which wasn't a whole lot. I think it was like 4 of them or something. And I haven't even stuck a dent in this place yet. So, and the row, as I walk out to this drive right here, there's got to be, I'd say at least 20 right here alone. Now, some of them are older ones, so I can tell just by looking at them. I'm not gonna see a whole lot on some of these, but yeah, there's still a lot to be done. And then there is all the ones in the middle here, and there's another drive, and then the other ones, and then there's another drive. I think there's some over by the tree over there, so there's a lot out here. I just don't know exactly how many and which ones actually are faded, because I know some of these are faded. I can tell you by looking from this angle. I think tomorrow though, I'm going to bring a broom or something, or some little swish thingy or something, because a lot of these also has grass all over them. I mean, I think when next year comes around, because I don't have no way right now this year to do anything with this place, but if I'm still living here next year, which I don't know if I will be or not, but if I am, I'm probably going to get a lawnmower and tell them they'll either pay me for it at all, and I will keep this place cleaned up properly, because this grass all over these things and what I've seen out here so far is just a joke. I mean, if people ain't going to take pride in the work, they shouldn't be doing it. And I'm 47 years old, so I was brought up back when you did proper. So that's it for now, folks. Hit the like and subscribe button if you like my video. Subscribe to it. So far, last time I looked, I don't know, I could have more by now. I only had 5 subscribers. I'm looking to get more. I mean, I don't have a whole lot of videos on there yet, which is why I'm trying to push more to do more videos so I can get more content for y'all. And I got more I want to do too, so that's why I'm kind of glad that I had off today and tomorrow, and then I have off not this Friday and Saturday, but the next Friday and Saturday. I think it's like towards the end of the month, almost into next month. And actually it might be in the next month. So I will be off for those 2 days. So, and I ain't got nothing really going on, so I might try to do more videos of other areas. If I don't get this one done, I'll try to complete it, but I'm not counting chickens on that. And real quick, so I'm breathing heavy, but it's like it's humid out here. But before I leave, I'm going to show you real quick what used to be the caretaker deal that my stepdad told me about. He said this thing stopped being used in the 60s, so which would have been right after that flood practically. But this is a bench that's out here. I don't know if it's just for people to sit here and look if they want. And then see if I can get in this place. And then in here, this is mostly just what I like to refer to as a trash pile. Look at this. They just take all the stuff and just throw it in here. And that's about it. So it is definitely ridiculous, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna put the phone down real quick while I lock this thing back. Somebody obviously who was probably coming out here and mowing this or vice versa is just throwing stuff in there. Like, and not even disposing of it properly, which doesn't surprise me. Like I said, too many lazy people nowadays. But whew. That's it for today, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna sign off, go upload these. Like I said, this is the first part, the main major of me doing the video of this place. I know I did the one several months back of people I knew out here, vice versa, but I decided, you know what, I'm just going to come out here like I did with the Pleasant Valley one and do videos of more of the stones. I know I've seen some videos on YouTube of people doing videos of cemeteries, but the real kicker is, though, they're only doing like a very few and in between in terms. They're not doing all of them. They do one here, one there. They flip flop all over the place. They say they don't have time to do any more than that. But then I can kind of see that because they're not retired like I am either. I do have a job I work, but I work from 4 a.m. to usually 10, 11, or 12. Well, it looks like the next schedule has me working from 4 a.m. to 10 a.m. So it gives me the rest of the day to do things too, as long as I'm not too wore out. But if things don't straighten up on that job, eventually I'm going to end up axing it anyways, because I'm having issues there again with some of the people who should know better. I'm trying to find out tomorrow what actually, not tomorrow, excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, I'm off tomorrow. Wednesday, if people straightened up or not, because there's been things going on in there with these 20-something people, like for those young kids or whatever, that just don't do their jobs right. It's just ridiculous. So I had to talk to the manager today, because he was nice enough to get me from the hospital after that procedure I had done this morning. And I told him what was going on there, and he said that's not happening. He said they should know better. So I'm waiting to see if either he writes them up, reprimands them, or just fires them, because this is like the second or third time they've been warned about their work performance. The fact that I'm 47 and they're in their 20s, this should not be an issue, but it is. So he already knows my stance on that. If this keeps up, I will be quitting. And I told him I'm just not going to deal with it anymore. I don't have the patience or the time to mess with that. So see what happens with that, ladies and gentlemen. But like I think I said on an older video or a couple of videos ago, if I do ever quit, you all will know, because there will be quite a few videos being uploaded per day. I know a lot of people only do 1, 2, whatever the case, sometimes 3 videos. But if I end up quitting for some reason, you don't be surprised if I'm not uploading 5, 6, 7 of them, possibly, depending on what it is. Because I'm not lazy by any means, and I'm trying to get content uploaded for people to look at, and something in me to do too, instead of sit around in the camper not doing nothing. The good thing is, being our sisters right now in the camper, is I can also upload the videos on the laptop a lot easier, because we're connected to her sister's internet, which is not even probably 10 feet across the yard to where her sister's house is. So it makes it a lot simpler to upload these videos, where when I was using my phone only, it was not too easy to do. If I was using the hotspot from the phone, it was kind of dragging. So anyhow, I'm gonna let y'all go, folks. Starting rambling on here, but so I'll make sure I got everything in the video. Like I said, tomorrow I will try to make it out here. I seem to wake up 5 or 6 in the morning sometimes, and I think it's light out like 6 or 7 or something right now. I'll try to make it out here as long as it's not pouring again, but I don't think it's supposed to be. And I will continue from where I left off on the cemetery and try to do another 30-minute video of it. And then once I complete that, then I will go ahead and I will go ahead and cut it off, and then I will do another video. I'm going to try to split these videos of no more than 30 or 40 minutes if possible, because like I said, I don't want to give y'all like 2-3 hour video of a cemetery. And I mean, y'all see how long it took if you saw the ones from the one out beyonder. At the other one that I went to. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going blank right now, but Pleasant Valley, that's what it is. Yes, he's getting to be some, and yeah. So yeah, it took me between the first video I did of that one for the phone died and the second one, it was darn near an hour. So, and that was a smaller cemetery. And we're talking about a bigger one. So this can run into at least 4 parts, if not more. So I'm going to let y'all go for tonight. Have a good night, and I will talk to y'all tomorrow. Let's say when I get back to the camper, if the one video is done uploading, which it should be by now, I'm going to upload the Neosho Falls town that I did, of the park and everything. Do that one first, and then I'm going to go ahead and upload the cemetery, and that will be it for today. And then I will see y'all tomorrow when I do some more videos of the cemetery here. Hit the like, subscribe button. Like I said before, if you like it, hit the like, subscribe if you want to see more stuff and like my channel. So have a good night, everybody.